Testes. 1 million, 2 million. Testes. Boom! What up, ladies and gentlemen? How are you doing? It's me, Renaldo Zaimi, back at it again with another banger. And this one is the last song from my debut album, Constantino, that was released in 21st May of 2023. It took me almost 8 years to make it since its inception, and I started by just playing an acoustic guitar, and throughout those 8 years I was like constantly learning stuff about music production, mixing, mastering, singing, songwriting. I was learning the American culture through YouTube, and I was learning how, at that point I already knew a little bit of English, but I was like perfecting it, especially my understanding of it. And now I'm trying to express myself and to be able to talk freely without any hesitation and no mistakes at all. So, Renaldo Zaimi, Nostalgic Class. This song made a lot of boom, 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 pow. My English. Boom, 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 pow. On the Instagram reels, 2 reels that I posted there are my most famous reels. One, I pinned them also. One has 19.1 thousand, the other has 13.1 thousand. Then it's another song, Pop Up Motherfucker, with 7.8. But yeah, Nostalgic Class, I never thought that it will do boom boom pow, but on the Spotify and Apple Music it's nowhere to be found. But on the Instagram Reels it did amazing numbers. And yeah, let's go.
Whatever you hear is dedicated to the future prayer that you trained me to become, baby. Dedicated to our relationship that never existed. Welcome to the Nostalgic Class of intelligent broken hearts, where everybody gets the same marks. I'll teach you that. Here, there are no good or bad students, 'cause here, there are only old and new ones. Here, there are no computers and drug users, 'cause here, there are only those who lost. I am the everyday wish your boyfriend makes for you. May my girlfriend be lucky. Get back in touch with a man who can easily fix your running.
So, this album, as I said in the previous reaction series, in the previous reaction videos, talked about me and past heartbreaks that I had when I was in university in Thessaloniki, right? And this is the final song. It's the song number 9. And this song is way different from the other 8 songs. And because the other 8 songs, well, first of all, after I got back, and you should like watch all the series to really understand like the whole story of it. After I got back from Thessaloniki, right, and I was like to a point where I was like, okay, I went like to my hometown here in Alexandria, as I am right now, almost 10 years after that incident. The cousin of an old best friend of mine at that time, he told me about like Skrillex and Deadmau5 and all these guys, that they are making like music with a laptop, right? And at that time I was like I kind of like got kicked out and left at the same time. A part of me also, like, to tell you the truth, wanted to leave, because I was seeing that the guys didn't really want what I wanted, and call me greedy, call me arrogant, call me whatever you want. I don't know, man. It was planted in my soul, and I think that God is really doesn't want to let me like sidetrack in a way. God has a plan for me. God has a purpose for me, and I believe that if I do not fulfill it, I will suffer for the rest of my soul years. I don't know how many, 1,000 years. My soul will come back on earth in different human beings and will suffer. But and why I say that, because I believe that I have to inspire other people. My life and the trajectory of my life has to inspire other people. Like other people who I used to watch when I was like younger inspired me. So I believe that it is my turn to inspire other people to get out of their own hell, living hell, so to speak. So yeah, I came back, right, and I sobered, but there was like a time where I was like, okay, now I'm DJing, right? DJing. Basically, I was like learning production and what Ableton was, because it was way before Logic. And when I was 15, I opened a little bit FL Studio, just like, and I didn't know a thing, but Ableton was like the first one that I really like kind of learned what an equalizer is, what a compressor is, what is a drum sampler, right? Because at that time I just thought that it was like the drums, like, or like the bass. I didn't know like that you can like put MIDI on the bass and the drums and even the guitar, right? If you really know how to make it like sound groovy, but or like keys and all that stuff. I didn't know things like that. So I stopped singing, right? I came back, I stopped singing, and I was like very, very, very into EDM. I was studying a lot EDM. And I really had a thought that, and I'm gonna say that thought, right? And I was like, you know what, man? In 2 years, with extremely studying and hard work, I'm gonna like make it, right? Well, 10 years passed, 8 years passed, right? And I barely like exported the final songs from Costantino, but so I was like, okay, DJ, EDM, all that stuff. Let's go. Tan 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 taka tan tan taka tan 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 taka tan doop 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 pa doop 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 pa doop pa. So but then as I was like on Spotify and I was like and I was like Spotify at that time, it had like recommended artists. I don't know if it has right now. So I was like on Skrillex and then Deadmau5 and all that stuff. And then I realized, and then I kind of like discovered Aphex Twin and all that stuff. And I was reading about Skrillex that loved Aphex Twin, and I was like, na 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 na. So I was like, I got into IDM and all that. And then somehow through this artist and that artist, I kind of like, but up until those months, I was like only EDM, right? And then IDM, only dance music, Calvin Harris, right? And all these guys. And then somehow, like after like I got into Calvin Harris and all these guys, like who were like more pop, dance pop, right? Somehow I see a guy called The Weeknd, and I was like, what the fuck? Like, and there was like, he had like his hair, and boom, and I see like a song and it's called Can't Feel My Face, and I'm like, what the fuck, man, this song is so good, it's great. And I'm starting like listening to this song, and then I'm watching like the video clip, and it is amazing. And I'm like, wow, man, wow, who is this guy? And there was also, I remember like at that kind of month, right, I kind of like played a little bit Adele, right? Never mind, I'll find someone like you. Oh, I wish nothing but the best for you too. It is morning. I haven't done my vocals, but my vocal warm-ups. And I'm like, wait, I can sing, right? I can hold notes and all that stuff. So I haven't forgotten about the singing when I was singing like in the band. And then I read about The Weeknd. Who is this guy, The Weeknd? And he's come up. And sometimes God hides from you stuff, right? And I will tell you why. So I'm like, you know what, man? I come up like I listen like to the trilogy, like his first 3 mixtapes, and I'm like, wow, man, this guy like became famous, right? With the trilogy and all that stuff, and especially like the first, I think it was House of Balloons. Yeah, it was amazing, man, and the photographs and YouTube and all that stuff. This guy uploaded all these songs on YouTube, and nobody knew him. And at that time, I didn't want like my face to be revealed. But then later, I had like to make content because I had like to kill that ego in me. And I'm like here talking to you about my life, but I was like so flabbergasted. I loved House of Balloons, and somewhere I clicked somewhere like, and I'm like, so House of Balloons was made by Irlangelo and The Weeknd. I didn't know there were other guys. Like there was like one other guy, like an old producer, stuff like that. And I was like, okay. So my thought at that time was like, listen. So I will study. I will do the work of Irlangelo and the work of The Weeknd together, right? And I will work twice a day, you know what I mean? Like, so in the mornings I will do like Irlangelo work, producing, mixing, learning how to make beats and all that stuff. And after 5 o'clock or whatever, like I will do like The Weeknd work. I will do vocal warm-ups. I will write the song, lyrics, and sing them, and etc., etc. And if I do that every day, you know, like somehow I will blend it together, you know. And little did I know that it wasn't just the two of them that made like such a great album. There was also another guy who had like so much experience. I don't remember his name, I'm sorry, but. And I'm like, okay, so you know, like from a DJ. EDM, like let's make like, because these guys, even Irlangelo and the other guy who I didn't know at the time, the old dude, they were making like The Weeknd beats. They were making beats, so I got into that world of beat making for singers, rappers, right? And I'm like, okay, man, like I can somehow like make my own songs and sing. Make my own beats and sing into them, right? So I don't need any more a band, so to speak. And then little by little, okay, a little bit of guitar, a little bit of keys, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. And I can make like music, right? And I can make money out of it, and it can be like my ticket to America, right? But it needs like a lot of work.
It's a broken heart. I am the everyday with your boyfriend. Makes for you, may my girlfriend be lucky. You're back in touch with a man who can easily fix your unintelligent bro. It is as good as it gets. It can't go any better. I'm leaving for Los Angeles, but first I'm gonna get locked up inside a room and teach myself how to make music every night till sunrise. Make music every night till music every night. I am the everyday with your boyfriend. Everyday with your, everyday with your. Get back in touch with a man who can easily. Everyday, everyday, everyday.
Now at this point, so I'm trying like to tell you what was happening like with my life. That was like the weekend. So basically the weekend was like the start of the new era, right? And the new era, like basically like Constantino 2, I think, where I got locked up and all that stuff. But with Constantino 1, this was like the end, and I left Thessaloniki, I left all my friends and all the girls and all that stuff. So the nostalgic class, in a way, like I tried like to use metaphors and to make this song poetic and not. So I was like very inspired by The Weeknd because his first album, mixtape, whatever. It was like House of Balloons, and the guy was writing in a style that he was like writing in a very cinematic kind of thing, in a very storytelling kind of thing, and not in a so cold music style songwriting, right? So it was more like, okay, this happened, that things are this way, this. So he was writing his songs in that particular album as he was a director in a way, and because I came out of cinema, and that's why I really like this guy, right? Because like he had also a love for cinema, and I had a love for cinema, right? And exceptional voice, right? Also very, very, very good skills, and then Beauty Behind the Madness, once like I listened like to that album, it was like, boom, wow, this is Hollywood, baby. So, but House of Balloons was like my initial hope, like to make like stuff. And then later, like I studied a lot, like Beauty Behind the Madness, but yeah, so as I was saying, this particular song, Nostalgic Class, it is way different from all the others. There is no like, from all the other 8 songs on the album, there is no like cinematic kind of approach in songwriting. It was like my first kind of, okay, like let's put metaphors, let's make it poetic, and let's make it a song, so to speak, not so much like a movie but with sounds, right? But let's make it like a real song. And it was like my first one. And to tell you the truth, I was like, okay, like let's put it like in the album. Like I don't know like what else to say anymore. And it was like, I am the everyday wish your boyfriend makes for you. May my girlfriend be happy. The epitome of cuckoldness for her boyfriend. But it was like to the point where I didn't care anymore. And I really believed at that time that the girls, like the girl, whoever, like was that girl, like in the song, was like so heartbroken that she, even like her boyfriend was like, I can't stand here anymore. Dude, please fuck here. Yeah, and I also liked The Weeknd at that time because I was like so heartbroken, and he, in a way, he's I feel like Anthony Fantano right now. So his lyricness, in a way, it was like the first time that I really like read an artist, right, who was like so raw and who was like so toxic, but because his voice like was so beautiful and all that, it kind of like, it was a sweet toxicness, so to speak. And he was also like, he portrayed himself in his lyrics like the guy who doesn't give a fuck like about love and women and all that stuff, and all he wants is to get high and to fuck bitches and all that stuff, and fuck love and all that stuff. You are all bitches, and etc, etc. So I was like very, very, very heartbroken at the time, and I lost hope. about love, you know. So I listened, I studied, right. I also read like his come up and all that, and I was like so inspired. And it gave me like very much hope, right? It gave me a lot of hope for the future and for me making it out of poverty, so to speak, right?
Wish your I'm gonna run away. I'm a runaway run. I'm gonna run away. I'm a runaway run. I'm gonna run away. I'm a runaway run. I'm gonna run away from you. I'm a runaway. No, you can't have me. I'm a runaway. No, you can't have me. I'm a runaway. No, you can't have me. I'm a runaway who sigo per let us suffer. They're giving you a chance to truly open your heart. I am the everyday wish your boyfriend. Everyday wish your, everyday wish your. Get back in touch with a man who can easily. Everyday,
Right now-
everyday wish.
Okay, if I had make the album again, right? So you can see like in this album, because I wanted like to make so to speak like the audience, the American audience especially, because that's the first target market, right? To be like flabbergasted, like wow, like who is this artist, you know, like I gave a lot of work, like especially like different choruses, different stuff. The drums were like more IDM and less generic, simple, so to speak. Right now I was like listening like to the last chorus and it changed and all that stuff. Right now I could have made it like more simple, Constantino. I wouldn't have give so much energy into it, but I think that it me as an artist, it was like my first album, but it pushed me so hard, like it drove me into insanity. It pressured me a lot. It pressured me because I was like making it like, oh man, like one more chorus right here and this and that and the other, and let's make the drums again, let's change the samples. And once you change something from your initial idea, the whole vibe, everything changes. And let's change the BPMs. That's why every song has like 329. It wasn't just luck. It wasn't just like, oh, I made 9 songs that that end at 329, even though they have different BPMs, right? So everything was like calculated. I kind of neglected a lot the mixing and mastering at that time. So for me, I wasn't like so good at mixing and mastering it. I believe that it needed a more skillful mixing engineer, mastering engineer, but hey, it was just me. And yeah, this was it, baby.
I am the everyday wish I am. I am the everyday wish I am. Here broken heart. Fix here unintelligent broken heart.
Constantino.
Haha, Constantino. And in a way, it also, it has like the how can I say it? It has also the symbol, the Constantino, and I also put the NFTs. Then I created the NFTs. I draw it myself, the logo and all that stuff. So I tried to give like whatever I could have done with my hands as an artist, right? The cover art and everything. I gave it my everything, man. It only God knows how much like I worked and sacrificed and all that stuff. But yeah, if it never becomes as an album famous or appreciated by the audience, I don't care anymore, right? I have come like to an agreement with myself that maybe like it wasn't meant to be, but yeah, I will try my best again. So this was it, man. Costantino series. I don't think that there is anything more for me like to do with this album. The reactions, I did the reactions and all that stuff, and yeah, this era of me, it handed me a lot. Maybe I will do like reaction videos for the second Costantino and the third, maybe not, I don't know, maybe playlist, whatever, but yeah, I believe like I'm closing a chapter with it. So in 2025 it's going to leave me and you. So yeah, this was it, baby. Which one? This one or this one? Let's go. This one. So without any further ado, peace and love. Bye.